going to hold confident on that B bomb site. tabseN to lean in, flashbang down, affecting Julian, check position, get the kill on JDC. Awkward fight from tabseN, subsistence freeze in the end, gets that kill together. The simple trades back the man advantage, trying to suppress that bomb, exposed in the open to the crossfire, but still deals with tabseN. Freeze now has to prioritize this bomb block.
Get that bomb plant in and get some help from Process. He's going to try and slow these CTs.
Another headshot from Simple, and Andu gets the final killing blow for Big to concede the pistol to BC Game.
Excellent work from Electronic, just to stall for time. I know that he only gets one with the Julies out there from the back of Pillar, but he does stay alive for quite a while, and that brings Simple's advantage on the rotation very quickly from APC. It allows Andu and Co to rotate out from Heaven to get in from behind.
But the main emphasis is going to be this B hit. 2 players on defense. The utility thrown has certainly pulled them back for a bait. Now it's time to execute properly. M4 and FAMAS in tow. The slow walk-ups are big. 20 seconds on the clock. If they're going to go, they're going to go right now. And they might be able to walk their way right into the bomb plant positions here on default. Kill for Kakanito gets Grix, and now the jig should be up here. Smoke down, plant secured. Dink down on Andy will reduce him to 11 HP. It's a 5-on-4 right now for BC Game.
Freeze can cut the rotation from Kakanito, but the Galil of JDC needs to be a playmaker on the bomb site.
He's waiting for them to make their moves up. Damage done to 2 players now on the BC Game side. The Tech 9 of 3 to cut rotations. Sees 1, takes Kakanito. Electronic fell in the meantime. JDC does provide that impact. Process also gets involved, and Nexa is alone on BC Game. Big's force supply is going to work out well for them, unless Nexa has a hero-like moment. He's going to act quick though. No kits on him. Unless there was one drop by his teammate. No, he falls back. He saves his weapon. And indeed, Big will answer with a steal.
Excellent call there from Freeze, because it did force quite a bit of over-rotation. Just some slight util, low time on the clock. You only had 2 defenders on B, and then JDC in the post plant just does everything right. He gets a multi-frag, he stays alive. Freeze isn't being checked from Kakanito on the rotation in from Con either. Excellent reset, exactly what you're looking for in the second round. And now for BC Game, yes, you've got an M4 and you've got a FAMAS. Everybody else is seriously limited.
Would have been nice for Nexa to keep, but he went down after time. FAMAS, M4. Could have been an extra M4 as well, but not to be simple. Lands on tabseN at least. Provides as much impact on the M4 as possible. Dink down 11 points of health. And losing Kakanito there in mid, but he himself gets away alive in that M4. Engage with that Galil, forcing it from the back. It's 5-7. HE'd out in the corner. Process credited with the kill. Flashbang's over, going to blind off Andu. Sit back at water, wait for the CTs to, the T-side players to make their moves in and wait for backup to arrive in the CT squad. Instead, nothing is secured. Nexa is down to the basics because of the lack of funds, and both of those FAMAS are set outside of Monster. About to be challenged by the T-side forces. Meanwhile, in mid, they're trying to suppress Big, and for the most part, they are successful. tabseN, flashbang turned away from, still gets a kill. Andy with a trade, JDC with a follow-up. B-site is open for business.
Great spacing and even better utility usage.
He's backing away to focus fire with Simple. Noise is being made by Grix. Simple when Con can cut off Freeze. Is Freeze ready for this angle? Timing's everything. Foreseen him. The spot kill gets found quick. Now they have to commit here. Grix will land the AWP shot on Simple. 10 seconds. Bomb plant needs to be secured now. Sam, they might not suspect this at all. He's going to sneak and strike. Last second kill. Oh my word. JDC strikes AWP right back, but Kakanito's forced to fight and Big just barely get away with the round. But you can see how the North Macedonian damn near stole it.
Well, I'm not sure what Nexa's doing.
A very different environment with a brand new team. Simple. To come out, they completely fail it, but it still works out. He's completely staggered, didn't know who to aim for. That was definitely not intentional by Big, but it has worked out to the opening, and now they can charge up long.
A perfect opportunity in that round to do the run boost, even if it's unsuccessful. We hadn't seen it previously. And Simple was only going to get one at most in that state. So aggressive out towards long, not a teammate with him. Kakanito in from the divider, and your third A player on the rotation up from Nexa. He needs to try and stall and block these long players.
Molotov's in, player in the back line's cut off, kill found. Divider player also caught back by Process, trying to reposition into the bathrooms. Well read and well coordinated from Big. They are playing a very good game here on Overpass. Minimum 6 to be taken, BC game. And can't win the half any.
They're just not being threatened in the majority of gun rounds. So right now, this is on track. They're looking pretty solid on their T side. Their trading's on point. They're giving very few chances away from BC Game. These two M4s are going to struggle to stay alive. You've got a lot of T-side players outside of Monster, and that's it. Electronic only gets away with one. Big 6-1 on the score.
Nito hoping to make Big suffer with a hero M4, but as soon as he goes down, he'll be round over pretty much. The way the Big are playing. Something that's come out good for one assisted kill. Kakanito only gets one kill outright though. SMG trying to sneak in. Oh, that is disgusting from Process. Quick turn of the 90 degrees right to the head of the man, and that is game over for Nexa. 2 HP for Process as well. Got damn near close to winning that fight in the end. Only 5-7s remaining for BC Game. Maybe one more pick to get out of the round. But this is 7-1 for Big. There's nothing you can do to change that.
You can definitely get the feeling that there's not structurally much that's changed from Freeze being the caller to tabseN being the caller. They're still very cautious, aren't they? We're not seeing too many overpeaks. We're definitely not seeing scrambled CS. They're playing textbook Counter-Strike at the moment. Spacing looks really good. They're extremely patient. I mean, they're running the clock on so many of these rounds.
Again, they are playing a solid map, and you can see when they picked it. Ooh, Electronic going to sneak one in. Doesn't quite get the headshot on the next man. If that was Process, then maybe that would have been around there for BC Game. The HP too much to deal with for Grix. Jump facing with Nexa. Doesn't reveal his head. Kakanito meanwhile is connected. Trying to stop the Process footsteps. Heard kill off guard with utility in hand. Tanking a little bit of damage to the Molotov, but gets the opening kill.
Process just caught napping there, and Simple out from the bathrooms is trying to aggress the angle. JDC to get two here.
Gets one of them, certainly. Andu found one in the meantime, so the man advantage stays the BC Game. Kakanito strikes, the AWP misses. JDC continues his flank, but misses his mark over at Divider. Kakanito can just escape the heart of the cover.
To cut rotations.
Might come down almost entirely to Electronic and how he repositions here. Freeze and certainly cut off those rotations. You heard Andu sprayed down. Freeze picks up the kill. Electronic deals with JDC. That's the bomb being denied, and indeed he was the difference maker. 10 seconds. Freeze desperately trying to find the bomb inside of that smoke. Is just about covered off. Can plant it down to the pillar. There's enough time to do so, but a 1-on-2 now in the post plant to win, and Nexa comes up from heaven. Good attempt from Big, good efforts to make, but Electronic, he was the winning element for BC Game's second round.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a shame there to come in from Freeze. You've got yourself a very good 2v3 where you get yourself out towards heaven, you're getting the bomb plant. The problem is, unfortunately, not having your player stay alive and not being able to get the bomb down. So BC Game make it the second. Just about holding on, though, and I think you can give a lot of praise towards Kakanito and what he was able to do in that round. He goes aggressive into con, strikes early, repositions out towards the bathrooms, get himself a secondary kill. Without the North Macedonian creating impact, there probably wouldn't have been much in that round for BC Game.
No, not at all. Working their way up, looking towards mid. You've got two players back over at the fountain. BC Game lose the first of Andu. AWP of Grix ready for Simple to peek. Looking for the rifle instead. Oh, he turns away, but no punishments there for Big. Both players have to back off.
Well, tabseN knows that the AWP is on B because he heard the scope come in. So that's strong info to start off the round. Big have done an excellent job of getting 5v4s, haven't they? We've seen very consistently in this first half that they have not given away the opening casualty. Now, there might be 3 on B, but they're trying to split and trying to get a walk contact out on the Monster guys.
tabseN kill, Simple trades, Freeze responds back. Advantage extended to 2 now for Big's part of things. On trades all that they've been able to find. Nexus trying to see if we can get close to the bomb site. Kakanito from range at heaven. Flashes over. The smoke's coming down his way as well. All Nexus to deny that plant. He does do so, but there's a lot more time left for Big. The trade is fast from Process. The plant will be secured on the second go over, and Kakanito can only do so much. 1-on-3 for his re. He'll certainly be happy to see himself back on the server. Engage of Andu finding tabseN in the meantime, putting him out of the server for round 11. Damage the Process and JDC. They've indicated a very positive opportunity here for BC Game. Dropped the bomb right there for Kakanito with 2 fantastic kills, with Nexa in support of the assistance. And there we go. Something a bit more confident out of the CG side. Electronic takes down Freeze. Grix will be the last man left in an impossible clutch. For a third to go the way of BC Game.
The concerning element, though, is that if Kakanito makes a play, they win a round. If he doesn't make a play, we lose. And that's not consistent. That's not something that's going to translate into consistency in the second half and bring this scoreline back into a competitive matchup. Now, it did help that Andu...
Last round of the half, Big going for number 9. But BC Game have Simple in mind, and he takes the head off JDC to start off the round. Kakanito also there in mid. You say if he makes a play in a minute, might not be consistent, but it might be enough to close out the half. Missed shot from Simple as well. A number of missed shots taken over the course of this one. The extension to the CT side, nearly punished by Tabs, and in the meantime, back in Monster. Andu does go 1-for-1 with him. So the man advantage stays with BC Game here.
Yeah, it's the real first aggro move that we've seen outside of B for BC Game. They've not often been taking short water. They certainly haven't been aggressing Monster. Now, Grix, Process, and Freeze are in a position where they've got map control, but they need a pick. They need to make it uncomfortable for the CTs. Now, Grix is not even seeing the jump spot. No one's out there from the back of Dice. Freeze and Process quite frequently have been walk contacting Monster in this first half. Now, Kakanito's searching. He's cleared all of long, and he's now coming into the bathrooms. He's still not seeing anything.
Andu's hunkered down to the B defensive in the meantime. The AWP of Grix starting to move. Trying to make some noise, trying to pull rotations over. Kakanito's going to find it all. Oh, Grix still takes him. And that starts to make some movement happen. The B-side execution underway. Freeze gets a kill and doubles up on Nexa. I don't know how Grix won that fight in the 1v3. Can't make it happen. Dead to right. It's a 9-3 half for Big. Excellent stuff. They look fired up and they look to put Overpass to bed very quickly. 6 rounds to the good on Big. They lead the charge over BC Game. A confident opening half on their T side. Now to the CT side of things where it could be closed in the blink of an eye. BC Game have not posted up enough to justify this Overpass win.
Well, I'll tell you what, if we keep seeing showings like this from Big, there will be no hate watching from Eternal J and Dweg. That was a cracking showing. That was a really good first half.
There'll be no hate watching from Dweg specifically. Don't drag me down with you.
For Big, you can't question it at all. That was a good display. And going into the second half, I don't think we've got much expectation for BC Game in terms of bringing in a comeback, trying to threaten. It will start with the pistol, and at least it's an opening kill for Electronic.
Tabson first to fall. And BC Game going to have to pick up the pace here on T side. Start walking their way forward into the B-bomb site where Freeze is again the solo defender. Most of Big stacked up inside a connector. Starting to take some control away from the T side line. Trying to hunt down Kakanito above all else. Focusing that player first. Oh, they've walked right past this toxic barrel position and Freeze can get 2 out of it. Andu and Kakanito hold those trades together though. Kakanito particularly over a connector, stalling the majority of the Big players. Trying to fight on JDC, who brings it home to a 2v2 for the retake.
They're not going to expect this monster flank so quickly. Process is in a really good position.
Leaning forward. Back's turn. They don't expect this angle. Nexus head peeking up. Andu's seen as well. Second player can start closing in. He's going to try and back away to an elevated position, but loses life to JDC. Bomb plant secured by BC Game, but Big take the pistol round.
All I can say is that's just lazy. No check towards the toxic barrels. As soon as Freeze gets in there, I'm just thinking back to the Tizian moment. I know this is years ago when he was, what was it, playing Renegades or whatever, and he's got his head ducked down and he's flicking up there from the USP.
Oh, yeah.
It's one of those positions, it just has to be cleared. And Electronic has no... BC Game just running out of util to go in for an exec. They've got themselves a lot of flashes, but only one molly and a single smoke that can go down there towards heaven. Now you've got a search party from JDC who's still quite aggressive out towards the bathrooms, and the contact against Nexa goes the opposite direction. At least Simple gets traded, and that's one of the rifles.
1-for-1. Wary of that secondary player being there and connected. I heard the drop off of the weapons or tab soon. 2 to find. Wait for the utility, get thrown, waste it. 2 kills, easy pickings for the veteran of Big. Gets out of this connector position, this short position I should say. Andu's Mat 10's good for at least 1 pick back. Plant the bomb, secure some bonus cash if you can, but even that's denied by Grix. As Big will win 11. Shut down the force buy of BC Game. We have to go in for another force buy just to try and avoid the overtime comeback, but money just isn't there. Yeah, into this map if you're a team trying to work your way up the rankings. This is where Big benefit from, because BC Game, all they've got to rely on is their firepower, which hasn't been activated over the course of this first map. Ooh, good shots of Grixton. Kill found from his Nexa. Close quarters against Andu. Kakanito can take him down and grab that AWP the same. Try and place it with Simple on the AK. Electronic leads them into the site. No one checks long. Freeze. Chance to deny the bomb. Third time over. And denied by the rest of the rotating CT players. Kakanito maybe down with one more player out of the round would be nice, but that does not happen. 12-3. It's map point for Big.
Yeah, Big have come in with a very good game plan, and they have put themselves on the pedestal of creating quite a threat in this best of 3 series. I know that it's their pick.
Damage done early towards the T side. Big. Absent. Smoke comes in close. Players going to start walking. Kill found for Electronic. Transfers the process. And that is the round done with B site claimed. Grix can get one pick back of the AWP. Trying to look in for more, but the smoke gets in the way of Heaven. Also counter flank against the 2 players in from short. JDC still wins the fight against him, so actually, round's back on for Big.
Round is definitely on. Freeze might have a good timing out here to Monster, and Grix is waiting for some aggression to come towards him.
And wary of that backstabber, they are focusing to fire on water and trying to clear out this AWP. Watching for Freeze from range. The MP9 doesn't quite get away with a pick, but getting down Andu and Simple's HP bars. Nexa also falls. It's all Simple now. Time for the GOAT to go ham. He doesn't do so. Grix shuts him down with a big green gun. It's 13-4. Big handily claim map 1 of Overpass.
Well, BC Game fundamentally looked rubbish out there on map number 1. I mean, what a way to end it there for Big. A 3v5 recovery B, meaning that Tabson's got util, but he's the only one that can defend before rotations come in.
Smokes down to get the jungle and stairs. Set piece in for BC Game to break into the site. There's that bomb plant as soon as they can suss out positions. But Tabson, what a shot that is. HE to the cross smoke. Get Andu. Back turn. Head taken clean off. First blood is drawn. Second blood by JDC. Those 2 top fraggers of Big in the last map up. Flash around the corner. Caught off by more counter utility of Freeze. Process and JDC can get both those kills into the stairs angle. Not a player taking damage until Nexa tries to strike in. Get down Grix, but go no further than that. Big. Another retake for another successful pistol.
Individually on point. Tabson striking with the breakage of the smoke. The CT rotation from JDC is excellent. I don't want to take a
in connector for round 2. The MAC-10 force ball in Electronic going to follow up on JDC. The Eagles out towards mid for Nexa. Doesn't quite find the same success. The process takes him down, but man advantage stays with BC Game. Bomb plant's going to get secured. No chance to deny for Big, but they do find Andu back to a 3-on-3, so the retake is still on.
We're seeing 5v3s again. Big did a good job of recovering these man disadvantages out on map 1.
Smoke down to the Palace entrance. Incendiary at Firebox, forcing that man out into the open. Trying to predict him well, but not quite landing either killing blows on Simple or enough to get him down low. Incendiary's up, Deagle swings up, shot missed, player now revealed. 2 more back at Tetris and Ramp. Electronic gets his kill together. Both players now on Tetris. They try and strike Electronic with a double, and the Deagle is Simple, can't get Grix, but at only 5 points of health, he's got to run away and save his gun. As BC Game shine back, Big, good effort to try and bring back the man disadvantages, but can't quite finish the job on round 2.
Well, the util was on point there towards Connector. Tabson was just completely blinded, not expecting a flash to go in towards Con. It's an easy opening pick from Andu. And
BC Game set themselves up towards this B bomb site split. Bomb's making its way in. Freezer got a 5-7 only to defend. Side of the smoke, he'll try and hide, but wary of the apartments individual, wary of the bomb plant position that he currently sits on, forces through the smoke and does get taken out quickly. Grix is good to return. JDC return upon. Grix could transition back to the backstab to double up. But still a 3-on-2 for BC Game right here.
This is an impossible retake. No one's over-peaking here for the T side. No one's come in from short. You're both in from market. And well, they try and see if they can pause out towards short. You now just start looking for exit frags. A BC Game make it a 2-1 game, and you expect to get the 3rd round. There won't be much investment off of the back of the safety in players.
Close. Doesn't quite get Andu. Does get Electronic. Kakanito doesn't quite go down either. Still drop. M4's in for Grix, and he gets them both. Very nicely done indeed.
Force buy again. This looks really promising for Big to go for it.
Set and ready to really take control again. Only Freeze to resist it with the 5-7. Needs Grix to get back here quick, because they're making their move now here, BC Game. Flashbang over smokes in the way. Grix catches Electronic, protecting the close quarters player of the CT side. Reposition it also, try and back him up at close. Flashbang keeping players blinded. Nexa has been seen, adjusted towards by the M4. That comes in good for JDC. They lose Grix, and JDC does go down, but Freeze is still close quarters inside of that smoke, just outside of it now. Kakanito low, simple, concerning. SMG now trying to strike back. Should have seen where Simple's coming from. The 5-7 will maintain. The bomb has been dropped. The backstab closes in ever slowly as well for tabseN. Finally, Freeze has been caught. We're in a 2 versus 2. But now that MP9, chance to strike, being watched by the player over at Van. Kakanito catches him looking the wrong way. It's going to all come undone at the last second. Process charging up now. Simple's close. Kakanito's concerning. Simple goes down. Last man standing. 100 HP versus just 23. And Kakanito isn't revealed. Process playing Ring of Roses with him. T-side player just ducked out of the way. Back around the corner, doesn't see him yet. Process wins the fight and should just have enough time for this defuse. Big answer back to BC Game.
And there's that little bit of X factor coming forward from not only Grix, but also JDC. What we were seeing out there on Overpass, impact players putting up kills. Rotations was really on point. And towards A now.
Backstabber Freeze will continue to come in as well. No one's watching underpass either. Or shot from Grix connects wonderfully onto Simple. 1 AK down. Second one trying to work in, land. MVP so close. Sees another, just catches it before that flashbang comes up. JDC going to try and protect the Tech 9. Drops next to Electronic, goes down to Freeze's flank. Trying to double up against Kakanito, doesn't quite work out, but that's what the SMG is there for. 2, 3 AKs now held.
The head coach. And who did he used to coach and play for? Alternate Attacks. He knows Freeze perfectly. He knows exactly what to expect from him as a caller.
Sometimes you trim the fat and the sprint can take up, and big an uptick in form, an uptick in performance, and it's demonstrated here against BC Game so well so far. Looking for a 4-2 now because the buy state isn't conducive to a buy up for BC Game. Maybe a bomb plant if you can sneak it in. You've lost Simple already, and now you've lost Kakanito close to where that bomb's position was. tabseN isolating Electronic, so all that A presence dealt with. The mid fights, all that you can deal with. Seeing the bomb carrier, taking him down. Last man, doesn't get away. Grix protects his teammate, all 5 alive. Which for someone to make a move. Big in general are waiting for someone to act out from BC Game. And you've got some potential movements. Underpass into mid for the likes of Nexa. Electronic is caught off with tabseN's quick peek up. Kill found a start. Does get forced out of the way by that Molotov, but right back into dark. Protected by a teammate at jungle. Kakanito can't do much with that smoke in the way.
Oh, they're on the money right now. Great timing from tabseN to peer in that smoke. Great flashbang to get him out of sandwich. Don't get him trapped. JDC's holding COD. Flash around the corner looks good, but Anixa does still get the kill.
Not fully affected by that flashbang. Grix's AWP, however, is fired up. 11 picks deep right now, on for another one right there towards Paladin. The man makes his way out. tabseN deals with Nexa. And Kakanito caught by Process's AK on the other side of the flank. 5 for Big. And yeah, they are on point right now. BC Game multiple years in the case of tabseN. All that stress, all that concern, all that lack of showings, and you finally find a formula that seems to work. Grix has landed Electronic. Eco pistols. Half bought to maybe take the AKs out. That would be the key goal. To potentially also get a bomb plant out of the round. Definitely not looking to the steal now at the 5-on-2. Andrews take one back of JDC. Freeze could also get caught off guard by Kakanito, but Andrews fallen in the meantime. Last chance to wipe one of those AKs off the CT board. Challenging Process to try and do so. Doesn't quite win it. Second chance, doesn't work out either. Caught on the reload, tabseN closes Big at minimum 6.
Big are just getting closer and closer to another land.
BC Game on the contrary. Set high expectations for this team in this qualifier, and right now they are not succeeding to any of those. Kakanito dead to the HE that Grix put up. AWP is low, so is next attack to half HP, so the man advantage favours Big.
Now, I believe the Kakanito had a HE, and they had legged the AWP out there towards ladder. They just needed a HE into ladder to deal with him, and they weren't able to do it.
Process and JDC. 2 more picks to add to the tally. Simple and Andy picked up. Next Electronic. Do work well close quarters, but JDC so fast in the trade for the rifler. 2K to his name, trying to go blow for blow, but on the wall. Electronic slowly getting surrounded by the other CT players in the meantime, so his chance of getting the bomb down is limited. Chance of winning the round is almost nil. Grix does miss a shot, so that gives an opportunity, an opening. Bomb plant down at default. 1 kill down, 1v4, on for the ace overall, but the flanker tabseN closes in ever so slowly, and BC Game is shut down for another round. A 7th to the board of Big, as they continue to outperform. 1-for-1 trades, 2-for-1 with tabseN involved. Kakanito doubles up to maintain a 3-on-3. He's low HP. ADC will try and follow up with that incendiary set. Molotovs try and counteract for the CT side. JDC just about finds the one corner where he can't burn. Freeze now on the scene. Process right behind JDC as well. T-side players being pressed upon. Freeze finds his kill. Electronic goes down. Swing out to the next player over at Tetris. Double up for Freeze. Process gets his lick of the pie. And Big just continue to post up these rounds. CT side wonderfully set. BC Game, they just look so lost right now. They just don't know what to do. They don't know how to handle this. Because this round is almost certainly a loss. This half is definitely lost. Can't do anything about that. Tech issues affecting BC Game again as well. Kakanito was DC'd. Would have probably been a kill anyway. It's only a half by round for BC Game. Next one, a 1-on-5, 9-2 for the Big squad. Next to looking for any damage that he can. Can't get a bomb plant bonus, needs to go down at the very least. With the bomb also being known, the CTs can understand that. They might even try for an after-time casualty. Nexa gets him, JDC to fall. But Freeze will take him down after the fact. One more round and a half.
And you do wonder, if BC Game, let's just say...
Sounds like that might be a future reality. Big playing with all the confidence, tabseN extending. Kakanito, he's watching for a backstab from mid. It's nice pulled out. He's dead. Zero expectation towards that push forward of Big. Down to 4 players of BC Game. Looking at the A-bomb site where Grix holds. Shot connects Andu. Down and out. Now tabseN joins him to smoke off the ramp entrance, but focus down a connector. JDC is also on the scene, back to turn towards him. Going 1-for-1, kills up for the double. It's a 10-2 half for Big. Overwhelmingly confident. 8 to the good. Another stellar map up inbound for what should be a quick 2-0 if they can help it after the break.
They've given BC Game absolutely nothing but extreme threat. Electronic, aggressive into A. The bomb and co outside of B, just a single lurk from tabseN to try and draw the A fake.
Quickly moving up, Big going to try and get out of the way. tabseN overwhelmed. Kakanito takes him down. Advantage for BC Game. Into the B side they look to go. Andu strikes back. Freeze to return. Simple tries to maintain alongside the market access, so it seems like this pistol may at least be picked up by BC Game. 4-on-2 reduced to 3 by JDC's quick drag back. Next around the corner. Caught back for JDC. It's all on Freeze now. In the clutch. Flanked out by Kakanito. BC Game take an all-important pistol needed for survival.
Well, that's a real shame that the A fake is unsuccessful because of A aggression. If they're sitting back on A, probably drives quite a lot out there to A. But because Electronic is hearing the util...
Finding an angle yet.
Out to top con, they're limited with a vision, and the short players are trying to activate. Unfortunately, one of them's already been caught, and the 2 B players are now starting to converge on themselves.
Right from Simple gets tabseN next. Grix and Process trade it to a 3-on-3 again. On the recovery of the man disadvantage, Andu trying to maintain possession, but BC Game challenging from short, eventually get their bomb down. JDC now 1v2 being flanked out from the apartments. There's a rifle, just seen it. Spotted now, Galil in hand, player at short accessing, but Kakanito's backstab closes in ever slowly. JDC didn't know it was coming. And BC Game will maintain control of the 4th.
Good effort again there from Big to try and recover a 3v5. It's a shame that the rotation as many bomb plants as possible, right? The less bomb plants the Big have, the less buys they're going to have in these round streak.
Simple struck first, Electronic strike second, tabseN. And Grix are down. It's only Deagles and a half buy, not even that, and Eco mostly. Getting heads out on Freeze's part. JDC also striking back in tone, so a little bit of damage sustained by BC Game. Not be enough to really reset the economy, but can keep it raw again for a potential reset. Third kill, especially for JDC. If it can come through, that'd be nice. Not going to happen. BC Game, half the scoreline of the opposition. Rifles inbound now for Big. So their weapons. Difficult affair, Simple hesitates with the shot back to the top, missing a kill to open up. And who can take tabson down. No Grix deals electronic as AWP, and Freeze can follow it back as well towards the bomb site. Simple, another miss. Needs to hit one of these shots here. They're down a man now. BC Game, bomb plant will be secured.
And they've got a flank to come in from Grix that can just hold the back line, hold out there towards Underpass. He's actually missed that timing against Kakanito though.
Kakanito knows exactly what to come, but Freeze still deals a next. So Kakanito can strike back on Grix. Now they know the apartments are compromised. Heads turned away with stir the player up. Simple doesn't hit a shot again. He can't hit anything in this round. And the struggle of BC Game will continue as they start to back away, save their weapons. Big have found their 11th. And these two guns will be all important to BC Game's future. Buy stage, single stage, lost bonus. Electronic will have some concerns. Nexa and Kakanito. Well, Nexa can drop, Kakanito can... Nexa can buy, Kakanito can drop. Ray alert for BC Game. Big have gained one out.
An outclassing showing for the opposition AWPer.
Never ever thought I'd see the day where Grix would be outperforming Simple. But here we are. Already found the opening pick. I know that they'll be up for the hunt right here. Bomb plant secured. And Big start to spread.
Now you've already got Tabson clearing out spawn. You've got Process that's getting closer towards the edge of the apartments, but he won't come in until JDC returns. Now they should get Kakanito and Nexa. Simple might just live.
Kakanito with two in his hands. Process and JDC combine to get down Nexa. M4 Kakanito's fight does go well. Needs to protect himself even more. There's more players inbound. AWP shot from Simple. Will connect, look back towards short, lose another man. They lose Kakanito in the meantime. Can Grix get there? Don't. Apartments extension man do from start to rotate a fourth player now to the defensive. Knows that there's no one out on this position. Smokes coming into connector to try and give a bit more cover to Big, but only a matter of time before the hit starts to come through. Swing out from Tabson, land Simple. Electronics good to trade it, but Grix follows him up on him.
Now Kakanito needs to strike, and he needs to try and drop that bomb, and he gets nothing.
It's all going to be on Nexa now. MP9 versus the world. One player in the back's taken down. JDC responds. Now the combination of Andu can't do much as JDC closes, and Big have qualified for Chennai, eliminating BC Game in 2-0 fashion. They look confident, they look fired up, they look happy, and it might be a new chapter in the history of Berlin International Gaming.
It's nice to see smiles on the faces of Big because we don't see them very often. Freeze ecstatic with that win, and so he should